A long court fight could be on the way over a constitutional amendment that seemed to have died back in the 1980s. Virginia is on the brink of becoming the 38th state to pass the Equal Rights Amendment that's intended to outlaw discrimination against women after both state houses passed landmark legislation. Now, most of those 38 states approved the ERA more than 40 years ago, but it never received the 3/4 majority needed to become a full amendment. In the past 3 years, legislatures in Nevada, Illinois, and now Virginia appear to be giving the ERA new life. Jan Crawford is on Capitol Hill for us. Jan, good morning. So what are supporters hoping for with this new vote?
Well, I mean, they're hoping that it will be a trigger that will eventually add the Equal Rights Amendment to the Constitution. As you said, most people thought that fight was long over when the necessary number of states failed to approve it before that 1982 congressional deadline. Now they're hoping that if it gets to this point, courts will let them ignore that original deadline.
For the women of Virginia and the women of America, the resolution has finally passed.
These votes Wednesday in the Virginia House.
Senate Joint Resolution 1 is agreed to.
And Senate were celebrated as a possible turning point by ERA supporters like Donna Gransky, who's been fighting for the amendment since the 1970s.
The only way that we can guarantee gender equality is for it to be enshrined in the United States Constitution. That's what today means to me.
The fight over the ERA started in 1972 after Congress approved language that, if passed by 3/4 of state legislatures, would amend the Constitution to guarantee that rights under the law shall not be denied or abridged on account of sex.
I spoke out on this important issue because of my deep personal convictions.
With support from high-profile Republicans like First Lady Betty Ford. And large demonstrations by supporters of the women's movement. 35 of the required 38 states passed the amendment in just 5 years. But the effort stalled when conservative lawyer Phyllis Schlafly launched an anti-ERA movement.
And you've got to be kidding to say we should support something that would require our daughters to be in combat in the next war.
A 1982 deadline for ratifying the ERA came and went, and the effort appeared over.
The chimes strike at midnight for ratification of the Equal Rights Amendment. At that moment, the ERA becomes DOA.
Now, more than 4 decades later, supporters have revived the amendment. But opponents like Anne Schlafly Corey say her mother's arguments remain valid.
It will cause harms to women in all kinds of other areas without giving them any benefit.
In Virginia, supporters made the fight about the next generation.
It was just very empowering to see it get passed and to see that I could have an equal future.
Now, the measure in Virginia has yet to clear another set of votes, and then people say that a new fight then will start. I mean, supporters are going to have to go to court and argue that that original 1982 deadline is not binding, and they should get to count the 35 states that passed it before 1982 to get to the magic number of 38 states needed to change the Constitution. Anthony?
Remarkable this battle is still going on, Jan. Thank you.